Hey guys, Merry Christmas Eve! In all honesty, I wasn't going to upload this video today. I kind of figured that you all would be very busy with family things and wouldn't even be close to looking at YouTube. And then the more I thought about it, the more I realized why I'm doing this series, and it's to be able to motivate you guys to stay on track, especially during the holidays. So even if I only reach a few of you today, I hope that this helps the next couple of days to think about what you're eating. Obviously, you don't have to be as crazy as I am right now, but I feel like these what I eat in a day videos are watched for motivation, and people might be looking for that right now. I am following a meal plan right now, so if you've been watching my vlogs, you have seen a lot of my meals, but I haven't done a condensed, like, non-vlog version of them, so that's what this is. It's just meal after meal, exactly what I'm eating, and I'm going to explain to you ahead of time what those are. So basically, each meal I have a planned amount of protein and carbs and fat that I hit each meal, so it's kind of like If It Fits Your Macros, but a lot more targeted. I do have flexibility with these meals if I want to, but for me it's just easier to stick to a meal plan. There's no margin for error. It's the same meal. I can prep them all, and I know I'm just grabbing it out of the fridge. I don't even have to think about it. It's just very, very easy. So meal one for me is always either 50 grams of oats or 2 pieces of Ezekiel bread and 3 servings of egg whites. Meal 2 is post-workout, so it's 30 grams of whey isolate and 5 plain rice cakes. Meal 3 is my last carb meal of the day, and it's 4 ounces of chicken, and I have a choice of either 50 grams dry rice before it's cooked or 200 grams of sweet potato. My 4th meal is 4 ounces of chicken and a vegetable of my choice. 5th meal is 4 ounces of 93.7 ground beef and a green vegetable. And my 6th and final meal, which I look forward to so much, is a serving of almond butter and a serving of whey, another 30 grams. And you'll see at the end of the video why I look forward to this meal so much. I got creative with it, and I'm just having so much fun eating almond butter every day. So that's what I eat on a low carb day, and I have 3 low carb days followed by a high carb day. Probably next week I will film a full day of eating on a high carb day and show you guys what that looks like. It's not that much different, it's just another 50 grams of carbs. But yeah, that's what's going on with me and my meal plans and what I'm eating. So without further ado, I will get into this full day of eating. Alright guys, so I keep a journal during prep just so that I can be accountable, and writing it down really helps for whatever reason. But I start my day off with some hot water and lemon. So I just heat up some water, lucky for me it's in my fridge, and squeeze half of a lemon into a glass. And then I take my supplements with my warm lemon water. It's not too hot, it's not like boiling or anything. But I promise I'll do a video on my supplements coming up pretty soon. I just didn't want to explain them in this video because it's a lot. But then I make some coffee. Sometimes I use my French press, sometimes I use my Keurig. This is some blended up espresso beans. I just like the taste better when I'm doing a drip coffee like from a Keurig. So I have the little K-cups that you can fill yourself, and I put that in there, put a little bit of stevia, and that's my morning coffee. And then I make my oats. So this is 50 grams of oats. It says steel cut, but they're rolled. I just get them in bulk and reuse the container I already have. And I flavor them with stevia, vanilla extract, nutmeg, and cinnamon. And they taste like a Christmas cookie. They're so good. I add 3 servings of egg whites, stir that in, and then back in the microwave they go for another couple minutes. I've made this on a what I eat in a day video before. I top it with my homemade Walden Farm syrup. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it below. But it's really easy to make, it's really cheap, and it tastes really good on your oats. And then I put a little bit of almond milk in there as well. And that's what it looks like. It's quite good, and it's very big, lots of volume. Next is post-workout, so I bring this with me. It's 5 plain rice cakes and a serving of whey isolate, that's 30 grams. My next meal after that is 50 grams of rice, green beans, about a cup, and 4 ounces of chicken. My 4th meal then is just broccoli, cauliflower, and 4 ounces of chicken. It looks like rice, but it's cauliflower, I swear. Fifth meal is delicious. It's 93.7 ground beef and green beans, and then that's my first fat-filled meal. And then my last meal is my other fatty meal for the day. I get a serving of almond butter and a whole serving of white isolate, and you could just totally eat those, you know, like on their own. But I make protein ice cream out of it, and this is how, another way that I make protein ice cream. If you see my past videos, you've seen me make it before. But this way is really good because I can't add any more almond milk to my day, so this lets me make it with water. So I just put everything in the blender, the almond butter, which I make sure I weigh that out on the scale, half of a serving of xanthan gum, half of guar gum, about half of a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then a little bit of stevia extract. And you add, I put about 8 to 10 ounces of water into the blender. Blend everybody up, and you'll see how crazy thick it gets. And then this just goes into the freezer, and I stir it every half an hour until I'm ready to eat it, or until it's the consistency I want. And that's what it looks like when it's done. It's like soft serve ice cream. It's very fluffy, and it's good. It's a really good way to round off the day. It's really filling, and I look forward to it. And then, of course, the last thing that I have every night are my nightly supplements. That's going to wrap up this full day of eating, guys. If you want to see more videos like this, please make sure you give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!